Good morning. I'm gonna tell you what time it is. It's 7:14. Why? Last night, I think I went to bed even earlier than usual. Oh no, look. I don't know, I keep getting really tired. I keep napping in the middle of the day lately. I don't know. I don't know what time it was. I was watching Avatar 3. I only got like halfway through, I had to turn it off. I was like, nah, I'm falling asleep. And then I went to bed. I woke up a couple of hours ago. I've been up for a couple of hours. So I woke up at the time that I would normally go to sleep lately. Because I was going to sleep really early and waking up at like midnight and then going back to sleep around 5 a.m. But this time I woke up at 5 a.m. What do you mean? Yeah. I don't know. I need to figure out how to get. Oh, I was gonna say I need to figure out how to get myself back into a routine. Then I was like, but my body is the one that knows the routine, and my brain is meant to pick up on the patterns that my body requires. My brain isn't supposed to dictate the patterns. My body is supposed to dictate the patterns. Because I'm synchronized with other things. Well, okay. So I need to set. Okay. So I need to synchronize myself with things that will help. I guess I need to. Okay. I need to synchronize more with the sun's energy. I'm like, what celestial body, what thing can I connect myself to which would help me with day and night cycles? I don't know. Wow, my brain. Because at first I was like, well, if I try and connect more intentionally with the moon, that's more about emotional stuff. That's if I like try and rise with the moon, that's gonna. The moon's at a different. Like, it's not. I'm. Am I already synchronized with the moon? What's happening? No, but like, because menstrual cycles are meant to be synced with the moon. So then the menstrual cycle is meant to be 28 days and the moon cycle is meant to be 28 days. But my menstrual cycle is not 28 days. I have a different cycle. So then I'm not synced with the moon at all. What am I synced with? I don't know. I need to learn more about mushrooms. God damn it. I need to learn more about it. Because apparently, alright, it's all about my connection with the mother, with the earth, with the earth. That's the only mother that I give a shit about. It's the only mother that I require. in my life, right? Oh, yeah. I'm feeling called to fuck off. You can to massage this. I do that sometimes. Just feel called to try and push. Well, the words that were about to come out of my mouth were push any fluid back. And then my brain was like, really? Is that what you're doing? Then I was like, what was I going to say that if I didn't know that? It's like, that's what channeling is, right? And I'm like, what if you're just making shit up? The stretches that I do, the one where you do the yeah, I need to do my stretches. I forgot that putting the chin down when you have your arms up is meant to stretch your neck and your back. And it stretches all of that. And it feels like that really needs a stretch right now. But that's not what I was gonna say. That's not what I was gonna say. Dude, stretches all the way down my back. I need to do that more. Yeah, at least twice a day. It's the plan. Right. Anyway. It's always good to do both movements. So then you're stretching the back, but then when you do the one where you put your chin all the way up and you open your mouth and you do the breathing, you're meant to be able to feel all of this stretching as well. And you breathe 5 times through holding the position and then drop it. I wonder what would happen if I just kept alternating with that one specific thing, with just the arms up and down and breathing in and out and stuff. Apparently that's the thing I'm meant to try today and see what that does. I should just overdo the stretches. I should just overdo it. Just overdo it to the point where it just becomes a habit. It's just like a muscle memory. It becomes like a regulation tick thing that just happens when the energy starts to go off. I just need to overcorrect too much so that it becomes like muscle memory, a habit. See, that's the thing. These videos, you would think that they'd be like ingrained in everything now, right? But I think we've recently like switched groups that are fronting. So, the habits that previous groups of alters picked up, and like making the videos like twice daily, and I know that had just become like a thing that we didn't really have to think too hard about. It was just like a thing. It's just what we did, right? But then I noticed like over the last week or so, pardon me, it's been harder. It's been like an actual struggle. Like, what do you mean? But then I also know that sometimes once I do a video. I'm keen to make the next one, but I have to wait, and then I can do the next one. And then the other day I was going to do like 3 in a row, and then my housemate came outside when he knew that I was recording, and then he started just trying to show me stuff. Like, he does that all of the time. Usually when I'm like engrossed in something, or even like in the middle of doing a meditation or a visualization thing, he literally will just, he will be able to, you can clearly see that I'm focusing on something. Then he just comes over and he just expects me to drop everything, and he's like, look at this. And it's always, I was gonna say it's always irrelevant, it's always not important. I mean, sometimes it's things that starts a whole new tangent. Sometimes it's things that's exciting or relevant and helpful. But like, I just need him to wait until I'm clearly not busy. Like, he literally checks to see if I'm busy, and I tell him yes, and then he's like, okay, and then he shows me anyway, and then he tells me, yeah, but nothing that you are doing is more important than what I want to show you. Like, I don't care. And I'm like, what? Like, just, I don't know, have some respect? Like, what do you mean? Why bother asking me if I'm busy doing something if you're just gonna interrupt me anyway? So my whole energy shifted when he came outside to talk. Well, not to talk, to just like interrupt my thing. Because I was in the middle of trying to show you something. Like, I was trying to show you something which I thought was like cool and interesting. And he just like interrupted the whole thing and derailed my whole train of thought. And it's like, it's like, I feel different. I feel really weird with him. Like, I am myself, right, in my own energy, but then when I have him right there directing his energy, like, when an extra person comes into the environment like that, my brain has to scan so many more things. I'm hyper aware of so many more things. And then my brain is thinking about not only the thing that I was trying to say and the myriad of ways that what I'm saying could be perceived by so many different other perspectives out there, right? So I already am considering that. But then if someone with a very different energy, very different vibe, and very different focus comes into my field, I have all of the background noise of all of the other shit that they're thinking about, focusing on, and feeling that is now in my energy and in my space. But then I can see, like, the various perspectives of mine and the different alters within me, and all of our perspectives of how he must be perceiving the situation, what I'm saying, and how he must be perceiving other people perceiving what I'm saying. But that's the thing. He has one very specific idea of so basically I know that loads of different people at different frequencies and different stages of their life with different life experiences will perceive the different things that I say in different ways. I understand that. So yeah, I'm aware that there are some people that would literally just see the surface of things and not completely understand what I'm talking about and just think that I'm crazy or silly, right? But then, and a lot of it, a lot of people would, that's the thing. But those people are entitled to like their perception, whatever. I'm not whatever. But like, I know that there's also people on like same or similar journeys or who have experienced things that I haven't experienced, but that know more about the things that I'm talking about because they've lived through things that I haven't, or they've read things or watched things that I haven't. They know more. Like I know that there are so many different perspectives and that different people would gain different things from the different things that I say. Or just be amused thinking that I'm strange and silly. I don't know. But his perception is always stuck in the negative. It's like, people are gonna see that and think that, and if they're gonna think that, then that's what people are gonna think of you. And then I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, people have always thought lots of things of me, and they've always been, like, wrong? I don't know. Like, people only see you from the level that they can see themselves. I don't know what to tell you, man. So, then I have... So, I have an awareness of the different ways that different people would perceive me, right? But that's no reason to alter the way that I naturally am. Because I'm not tailoring myself to a specific audience. I'm not tailoring myself to be received well by a specific kind of people. I just am. um, but, so just like everything that I do, he views through the lens of fear and danger, but not in a way that he thinks that I am to be feared or that I am dangerous, but in a way that he thinks that I'm going to be put in danger because of people not understanding me. And I get that, but like that's what life is. Like I've like I have gone through my whole life just not trying actively to stay in a higher vibration and not do anything to anyone that would lower my vibration, because my goal is a high vibration, not just for me but for the entire world. So then I don't want to do anything that will also lower someone else's vibration, because that's unhelpful. I want to help raise people's vibration, and if I lower someone else's vibration, that will lower my vibration. So I'm just like, what the fuck is the point of that? But if you do high vibration things, then people stuck at a lower vibration, they feel the high vibration messing up, shaking up the energy of what they're comfortable in. So then they get mad because they're no longer comfortable. And that's just the way that life is. And I'm not gonna. I've always hated the concept of like hiding yourself just because some people don't just aren't able to comprehend you where you are. They can't meet you where you're at because they just have not gathered the knowledge that they need to. You know, like the whole world is scared and hurt, and the whole world is like triggered. It's like everyone is so easily triggered by everything. Hardly anyone understands how to handle themselves, which is what I wanted to change. But just because the world gets triggered by stuff doesn't mean that we have to stop being genuinely ourselves. The world needs to get used to people being genuinely themselves, and then they will be able to stop being so triggered, right? Because that will be the norm. But obviously, we want to help them regulate their nervous systems so that they can actually process things. Yeah, right? But that's the thing. My housemate doesn't do things that help him. He does do things that help him regulate in certain ways, but he also does things that dysregulate him. So then it kind of cancels it out. So then I'm like, if you keep making the choices that are causing issues, hang on, if I'm saying this out loud right now, that means that I need to hear this. Hang on a minute. If you're, what was I saying? If you're still doing the things that are causing issues for your nervous system, that is self-harm. And instead of putting things on top of that to then calm your nervous system back down after doing the bad things, just stop doing the things, right? So for him, it would be like exacerbating health issues by consuming things like energy drinks and coffee and stuff that, and also like foods and stuff that he knows like aggravate the thing. So then take a look at my behavior and what am I doing that is aggravating things, that's making stuff worse. The first thing that comes to mind is avoidance. Avoidance? Nuh-uh. I'm not avoiding anything. You're a liar. I didn't get any further on the course. I was like, oh yeah, fucking sit down and start writing this course and it's gonna be awesome and a video about it. I have done nothing since then. Not a fucking thing. Why? Hang on a minute. I seem to be frustrated and annoyed at myself. Let me face all of this right now. Why am I frustrated and annoyed at myself? Because I didn't make any more progress on this. Okay, but like, I did not give myself a time frame to do it in. And I set myself a period. I said I was gonna have a break for 20 minutes. And then the reason why that time frame was pushed further for a break was, well, at first it was because my housemate kept fucking talking to me. I told him I have 20 minutes. And he's like, well, hang on, I'm not ready to hang out yet. I still gotta do this, then this, and this. And I'm like, because he just woke up. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing something. And I only have this 20 minutes to have a break, right? And then as I was waiting for him to get ready to literally just like hang out for 10 minutes, that's all I wanted to do. I could feel myself getting more and more and more anxious. I could feel myself really wanting to go back to the task. I could feel myself really, really wanting to, right? And then, I guess from there, because I ignored that push that was saying, okay, get back to it now, get back to it now. Because I expected my break to look a certain way. I wanted my break to look a specific way. And because I hadn't fulfilled the things I wanted the break to look like yet, I kept extending it until the break looked like that. But then I forgot that I was even meant to go back to the thing. It's like, if you miss the window, it's your job to fucking get yourself back to it, create a new opening for it. But I must have just forgotten, or maybe logically looking back, I would say that what happened. I don't know if this is what happened, but this is what I am thinking. So it was more of a, okay, well, now the energy isn't right to go back to doing the thing. I don't think I was even actively thinking about it. I think I literally just forgot. But if a part of me was thinking about it, then it was really just like, well, the energy's not right, and now I want to just like play a game or watch a thing or something until it's time to do the thing again. But again, I don't think so. I think I literally just forgot that that plan existed. That anxiety that I felt, that push to get back on it, I think that was the fucking train getting ready to leave the station. And I missed it. Missed the train. First it was window, now it's a train. What's going on? Yeah. So I'm not mad at myself anymore. So I just need to recognize the patterns. If I need a break, let my body tell me when it's time to get back to doing the things. Not my brain. My brain is not the boss. My brain is full of bad programming that doesn't know what the fuck is going on. My brain is doing its best, but if it just listens more to the body and the soul, then it would have more of an idea of what the fuck is going on. Alright. Anyway, I guess that's this morning's video. I guess that's that. See, that wasn't difficult. What do you mean? Why am I struggling with things that were so easy? It's like, if I'm struggling with that, does that mean I'm better at something else? I can't think of anything that I'm doing well with right now, so I have to push myself harder. No. We're supposed to be learning to flow in a rhythm and not forcing things, right? and we're supposed to be balancing play and not playing video games, but physically moving and joy, the feeling of joy. That's what playing is. You know, running and jumping and laughing and having fun. Not sitting down wiggling your thumbs and squeezing some triggers every now and then. What do you mean? You need real fun. I need real fun. Alright, 303010. I'm gonna go. I guess the mission for today is be in joy. Enjoy. I need to enjoy life. I need to be in joy. Yep. Anyway, I love you.